Last week, I spoke about specifically how to build a cold email list and a warm email list. And today, what I wanted to talk about specifically, guys, is how I am actually building my cold email list. And you guys can follow the same pattern, the same structure. You guys will see also the tools that I'm sharing with you, the resources that I'm sharing with you. Everything is going to be shared within this video. So make sure you stick till the very end. All the resources are in the description at any point of time. But more than anything else, I want this video to be a learning opportunity for you guys. So let's go ahead and share with you exactly my strategy that I've been following for the last 3 years. All right, guys. So here I am just to give you an idea about the entire strategy. I want to talk about specifically My Lead Gen Secret. This is not a video on a review on My Lead Gen Secret. I will explain to you what it is, how I'm utilizing it. You can use the same exact strategy, the same exact methodology with other paid advertising. I'm specifically talking about paid advertising using My Lead Gen Secret because it's a low entry point for most people. And if you're somebody like me who started in, affiliate marketing a long time ago, but at the end of the day, I wanted to have a strategy that I could function alongside my actual job, then this could be useful for you. So make sure you follow along. Okay. So My Lead Gen Secret, guys, is a platform that gives you around 100 to 200 business opportunity leads every single day. They drip these leads to you every single day. Now, you are only guaranteed these leads. Okay, so you're paying basically for these leads, and you can send out an email to these leads every 24 hours that allows you then to market to these leads, so that in case you decide, or rather in case they decide to make a purchase, you are earning commission from them. So I look at it as a good funded proposal, a good way to start building my budget for higher quality paid advertising. So when I use My Lead Gen Secret, I use it as a system in itself where it is not only giving me my leads, but I'm able to email those leads and market to those leads on a daily basis. So it becomes kind of my primary, let's say, email list that I'm sending every single day emails out to. All right. So I hope this is clear and understandable, because at the end of the day, when we're creating content, when we're building up our cold email list, we want it to be a higher quality cold email list, because using My Lead Gen Secret leads is not the highest quality, guys. It is a mid quality leads. Okay, they are mainly from the tier 1 countries, but you get a lot of leads also that are not on the tier 1 countries, as well as the fact that you are actually promoting to them makes it a little bit of a low quality. I use the example always of understanding the quality of leads before you go ahead and purchase them to build your cold email list, because that's going to make the biggest difference. Like if you send out an email for these leads to a resource which has an opt-in page, most probably the kind of open rates that you're getting on the third time they've opted in into something is going to be much lower than what you are going to get directly from a lead that you can purchase through Facebook ads or Google ads or some PPC ads like that. Okay, now I'm using these terminologies, and if you guys don't understand anything, please let me know in the comments below so that I can answer them on future videos. But I definitely wanted to give you an understanding of this. Okay, so we're using My Lead Gen Secret, which costs $30 to maintain every single month. So it's basically you're spending $1 a day for 100 leads. Okay. Now, usually it'll take you much more time and effort to be able to generate these 100 to 200 leads every day. So that's why I'm leveraging or using it as a catalyst to be able to build my entire email list, or rather I use it in order to build a fund for myself that then I go ahead and purchase higher quality leads. How do you build these high quality email list? I'm going to share with you, but we're still talking about step 1. Okay, I'm really focusing on step 1 right now because it's a Monday. I usually talk about My Lead Gen Secret, but I wanted to share with you specifically how I use it, right? So I send out an email every single day to an offer. Right now, I'm using either Warrior Plus or ClickBank. You can use any Make Money Online offer, honestly. I would suggest to a sales page directly, not to a landing page, for multiple reasons. As I mentioned before, if they have to opt in again, they've already opted in into these My Lead Gen Secret partners leads, the email list, and you're sending out an email over there to them. But imagine if they have to opt into yours, then obviously the open rate, the click-through rate, and everything else will be much lower. This is just a logical thing. A lot of people don't think about this, but it is a factual matter. It does happen. Okay, not everybody's going to opt in, not everybody's going to have that buyer intent. So why would I send emails directly to another opt-in page? That's personally how I view it. I rather use it as a way to generate sales. So yes, there may be one-time sales, but the idea here is to create a good recurring, let's say, fund for myself every single month, which I can use to purchase advertising, whether it's solo ads, whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's YouTube ads, whatever it is. Right now, I'm using primarily solo ads to build my in my step two, but you could utilize also Facebook ads, YouTube ads. Just use that fund for those advertising platforms itself. Okay. So My Legion Secret becomes a catalyst. It's you spend $30 every single month to get access to it. Link is in the description in case you're interested. And then you send it to an offer on Warrior Plus or ClickBank. The offers that I personally share on Warrior Plus and ClickBank, offers that I own. I do not share anything that I don't own personally, guys. I'm not an affiliate who just randomly takes links and sends to people. I actually believe in the product that I'm sharing with people because at the end of the day, they're going to help them either with some training, some knowledge, some ideas. They're low ticket offers and nothing more than $60. Everything is within that $60 range. The reason being is because I look at it as if I have to sell or if I have to market My Legion Secret to these leads itself, they're going to pay $60 the first month and then $30 every single month after that. So it should be within that range in order for me to start to generate a sale. That is how I look at it. Okay. So this creates the fund. Once I earn that fund, I start to build my step two. Now, step two, I build this entire funnel. Okay, this is a funnel basically, and now it's really easy to build these kind of funnels. You can go for done for you systems if you want, or you can create one yourself. It really depends on where you are at with your skill level. If you're at a stage where you can build one of your own, why not use a tool like System.io, which you can get started absolutely for free, and you can start to build your cold email list on System.io, or you can use an Aweber, which is an email marketing platform. You can get started with it for free up to 500 emails. Again, these links and resources are in the description. But you utilize any of these platforms. These are just two suggestions that I'm giving you on this video. But honestly, you can do it with any other platform that's there. There's so many other options available in the market right now that I'm not even recommending all of them because there are literally so many out there. Depends which one you're using. I wouldn't suggest to go and start with something absolutely new. Go for something that it makes sense for your current position. I would suggest to get started with either System.io or Aweber because you can get started for free. Then after that, once you are starting to send out, basically build your email list here, the whole purpose of it is to have a campaign, have a automation series that goes out and builds and nurtures that email list. How do you nurture that email list? That is specifically very, very simple. You want to be focusing on telling your story. You want to be focusing on actually giving them value. So talking about tools, resources, maybe strategies that you do for free that can add value. So I, for example, use System.io for multiple reasons. I also have System.io. I built my own blog on System.io. So now I'm leveraging that blog that I built and the resource. Every single week I put up a new blog post. I use that blog post in my nurturing sequence, and that's not a hard sell. That is just for me to build this know, like, and trust relationship with my leads. Not everybody's going to open. If I go to my System.io account, guys, just to give you guys an understanding, let me just log in. And if I go to my campaigns, you'll see that this follow-up campaign that I have for my main funnel has, in the first email, has about 24% open rate, and then a five almost 6% click-through rate. And then you can see right here, as they go through, there's 15, 16. Really, I try to get it to at least 20%. I can improve it for sure. And that's where the work of marketing comes into perspective, right? You are don't Let me put it this way, don't not write a campaign. Write maybe a 5 sequence campaign. I've said this in the past, but write a 5 sequence campaign that starts to share your story, and then add on that, layer on that, improve those emails over time. So I'm right now in the process of actually changing this entire email sequence that I have, which is a campaign that goes through all it's nurturing. Once they go through the entire email, and the last email that you get right here is a personal message from me. As you can see, I have no links in this email. What I'm telling them in this last email is that now that you have received and you've understood, and you maybe you've gone through the entire process with me of learning what I am sharing with you guys, my experience, my YouTube videos, and so on and so forth. So I'm just giving as much as I can in this nurture sequence because that's what I want. I don't really want a hard sell from it. I am now then taking them through a broadcast where I can send a newsletter or broadcast email to them. And those broadcast emails are, I'll just give you an example. This last one that I sent them is going to my main offer on the back end. So this is how I take them from a cold email list to a warm email list. I spoke about this in the past, but I'm sharing with you right now how I do this, right? So this is the last email that I have sent, which goes to a training. There's an actual training that they get to see when it comes to, me sharing my journey. And these are emails that I focus on a daily basis. So how does this work? Step one, builds a fund. Then I take that fund, I start to use and leverage a solo ads or paid ads in general, and I send it to a landing page, a funnel. And that funnel, this is the funnel that I send it to, just for you guys to understand. If I go to sales funnels right here, I have my own course, and I basically will show you guys this. It goes through how to earn daily commissions without feeling lost or overwhelmed, because I take them through a sequence and series. And also in my email list, this is what they're learning. Whether they're getting value from it or not is up to them to decide whether they want to start actually putting into practice everything that I'm sharing with them on the sales funnel and the email sequence. So that's happening right here. If they do purchase, then obviously I'm going to get a commission there. But otherwise, they're going to go to my email campaign and go through the entire series. At the end of the series, they're going to my warm list. Okay, so the purpose over here is just to build numbers, volumes, and improve on these conversion rates. That is what my focus is on a daily basis. All right, so leverage it to build a fund, take that money, reinvest it basically into more higher quality paid advertising that builds your cold email list. This is going to be a lot of not only profitable in the long term, but it is also a way to start to build a solid email list to get your back end offers. It is a really good way to leverage. And now a lot of people just start with step two, which is absolutely fine, guys, which is absolutely fine. But I am doing it this way because I want to have a cold email list that builds over time and that I can send to my backend offer, so that I have a continuous flow of emails, and then that backend offer becomes my main source of income. All right. This is the structure that we're following. But in order for you to build a cold email list, you need a catalyst. And I'm utilizing My Legion Secret as a catalyst to be able to have the funds to build my main cold email list. I'm saying this as a cold email list because there are people who really don't know me. So having that nurture, having these campaigns in place, right, is a really important thing. The same thing I have, guys, you can see right here, a blog sequence, a blog nurturing sequence, which has only 4 emails. People come here, they go to my blog, for example, maybe they sign up and I talk to them just for them to get to know me. The whole point over here is for them to realize that I exist, that they enter into my ecosystem, and I have more control over this traffic. When we use social media platforms, when we use other platforms, it's a more attention building and then getting those warm leads to then opt in. So you're not focused on getting those opt-ins immediately, but you're focused on actually generating value to this space that you're in, whatever niche you're in, and then guiding them to a warmer email list. Okay, so this is how I build a cold email list. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, also I have a specific course that costs just $1 to get started with, and it is in the description of this video. It explains this entire strategy in detail. It talks about also My Legion Secret. You feel free to check that out in case you're interested. Other than that, guys, I'm going to see you on Wednesday for another video. I just wanted to make this quick one to give you an update. My Legion Secret has been the source of my leads for a long time, for more than 3 years now. And it has been serving me well, which is why I talk about it so often. I'll leave also a playlist in the description that goes through my entire 3 years that is documented here on YouTube. Okay, in case you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, guys, keep paving the way for dreams to come true. Keep focused, and on Wednesday we're going to be talking about something very, very interesting, so make sure you tune in for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'm going to see you on the next video.